And my questions goes to Dr. Tandan Singh and Dr. Selintong. So I have three questions for Dr. Tandan Singh. And then, as you said that organic products are not for rich people, but for everyone. But in my opinion, I still think that it is the product for rich people. Even for developed countries, the price of the organic products are quite high. And then it's not, everybody cannot reach that kind of product. And then in our condition, our Myanmar farmers are very familiar to use with different kind of insecticides and pesticides. So my first question is, what are the main difficulties you have to face to educate those farmers to change the organic farming? And the second question is, what will be the future of organic products for our country? And then what kind of crops should we focus to go to international market? And then I have some questions for Dr. Sinto. And then you mentioned that you are exporting some organic vegetables to the neighboring countries. And then I wonder what are the vegetables you are exporting? And the second one is there any inspection checked by the government to the organic producers? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I noted that your question is the three questions. What are the difficulties and obstacles to initiate the organic farming activities in Myanmar, right? I introduced the organic farming activities to Myanmar farmers like this, and then I share we don't say the adverse effect, we don't say the bad things of the pesticides, because we always educate. We have to remedy, we have to relieve the suffering of the side effect of the agrochemicals. So it's their long-term utilization of chemicals can go. How can we have to consider? So it's their organic agriculture, and then all of the agroecological practices can relieve the suffering of the Green Revolution, the Green Revolution period like this. So this is if I have a headache, so I take the medicine, but the side effect is the stomach ache. So we have to do that. This is taking care of the stomach ache to have the remedy of the side effect like this. So it's they accept. It's difficulties. But we have small strength. It's a initiative, and then it's their very beginning stage. So we need a strong people. Also, I invite you to participate with us like this. This is difficulties, and then to educate our people. It's not only the organic, but also the extension activities are still difficult in Myanmar. Another one is the future of the organic agriculture. Future of the organic agriculture. So now, today, I introduced the PPS system. Also, why organic products are so expensive? Because of the inspection fee. So now, why affordable price? Due to the PPS. So I introduced the PPS system to our poor people. So it's a future, they want to less suffering from the side effects of chemicals, they follow to the organic farming system. Now comparatively all over the world, they are following to this practices now. It is the second question. And third one is what is the potential crop, right? The potential crop is in Myanmar is a very we can find out so many potential crops. It's Myanmar is comparatively with another neighboring country. Pesticide utilization not very high. It's some species they never use agrochemical. For example, coffee, tea. Coffee and tea we can fix the organic standard readily. It's a such kind of crops. It's a non-commercialized and then can export to the EU countries now, Myanmar. And another one is we can farm coconut and dodi and so. So many crops can farm and then can consider it's an organic crop before fixation of the organic standard. I think you can have the point. Thank you.
Then there were two questions for Dr. Sellington on the exports, what kind of vegetable can be exported, and also the role of the government into the inspection process.
Thank you very much for the question. Before I go to my answer to my questions, I would like to say in Laos, I did a survey and found on the perception of the quality. The people, the consumers who consume, or the people who consume the organic product is not the rich. The people who have education, they get the information, what is safe food, what is not safe, and then they are more these people who consume organic products in Laos, not the rich people. Even the rich people, when you ask them, what do you consume the organic products? They ask you what the organic fertilizer or something like that. No, they don't understand much. Sometimes not the rich who consume the organic one, but of course we have to have certain income that to be able to buy the product. So now come to the questions. The first question: what are the products exported from Laos? When we talk about vegetables, there is cabbage and fruit vegetable like cereals, tomatoes, and also what we call this eggplants and the herbs. This type of vegetable product exported from Laos are organic. I mean, if not, we have organic coffee. Very good coffee in Laos. You can ask your. You don't believe. We can have we have coffee and we have rice, organic rice. This is three main products exported. And now the question on the inspection. As already some colleagues already mentioned about the certification. In the poor country like Laos, individual farmers cannot afford to pay the alone single certification. Organic is too expensive. That's why that there is before production of the organic production, they organize as a group. Organize as a group to receive the training from NGO, from the government about the organic production method. And then they train someone to be we call internal control system. The person who is in charge of looking at if someone put chemical in the in their production, or if someone doesn't follow the organic procedures or not. So we call that person, it's controller, internal control system. And then within the government, there is a body we call certification body. These people is in charge to check the one who is responsible of internal control system. Mostly they'll control that person, they'll check that person. Or in some case, when they go and inspect, they may inspect individual. But first of all, they have to inspect that person, the internal control citizen person. If he check well, he regularly report, or that person have to also check individual farmers if they report what they are doing, what they are producing, when and how, so what they put. So this type of inspection organized among organic production. So, and every year or every 2 years, these people, when they would like to renew the production organic certification, they can also go and then check. If not, they can check also at the end in the market. They can collect the sample and then put in the laboratories and to see if there is the problem with contamination in the organic product or not. So this is a kind of inspection.
Thank you. I think we had 2 more questions, 1 and 2. Please.
Thank you very much for your valuable presentation. My question is for Dr. Tingimi. So I think I will use some of your figures in the next training to convince farmers. I just would like one precision regarding the increasing cost for organic production mentioned by farmers, because I know in Delta we don't have the same condition at all, so that's why I would like precision. We use the management advice of Palimili Farm mentioned by Upetan this morning. In our demo farmers, they never raised the increasing cost for organic production as a problem. Because it is true that maybe they need more labor, or maybe they produce a little bit less, but the expenditure for input are lower, so in the end there is no problem for our farmers. So I just wanted to know if the survey was made regarding their perception of this increasing cost, or if it was really analysis of the profit. Thank you.
Yeah, I have one comment and one question to 3 of you. In recent study of Tula from one presentation, that 35% of organic certified products containing chemical pesticide in Thailand. So that failure in terms of certified products could also happen in these 3 countries. And in Vietnam, recently I did a pesticide assessment together with Presrio and a Dutch donor. It's possible to say that up to 60% of pesticides being marketed and used in Vietnam are generic pesticides. This means it may name biological pesticide, but actually it contains chemical inside. So the farmer go to the market buy biological pesticide, but when they use it, and if you take vegetable to test it, you find chemicals. That may explain for Thailand case, and also many cases in Vietnam that I have no time to share with you now. So in this situation, how third party like IFOM or a certain party that you mentioned in your presentation can monitor and control such kind of thing? That's my first comment and question. My second question is, in recent literature on Agri-Food Network, the processing and exporting companies have a control over the chain, all the actors in the chain. And together with such processing and exporting, some other study also mentioned about the role of retailers and consumers in the chain. But I did not see that they mentioned about the third party, like organic certifier. So taking that literature into our consideration, what do you say about your role as a third party? And do you think that the third party is really necessary and can produce positive impact for organic certification system as well as market development in now Myanmar or other countries? Thank you.
Yes, my question is regarding to the organic consumer and producer. Because you know, in Laos, a lot of hectares are grown in organic, and then the free market, three times in the for me, it's a big advantages for the organic. That's why my question is that why the consumer shift to the conventional to the organic? They know the effect of the consuming the organic vegetable or food. Because every president has said this the side effect of the agrochemical. This every the farmer they know the side effect of the agrochemical, but they don't understand in detail about the consuming the organic. But it is due to the long storage or something that do you have any the survey of the consumers why on the organic? Because one slide I saw is producer and then consumer and then here back to the for the information. What kind of information? Yes. Thank you.
So I will try to sum up the 4 questions that we had. The first one was on the increase of cost of production regarding organic agriculture, whether it would be a perception or real data from the farmers. We had a second question related to how to monitor if there is chemical residue inside organic products that are sold as organic product, but actually there is still residue used, if I understand well. And the third question related to the role and the importance of the third party in certification. And the last one on organic consumer, why consumers have the willingness to switch to organic products. Maybe the first question is more dedicated to
Thank you for question. Based on my research, it was for only perception of the farmer. They thought the organic farming will be the high cost of the labor to protect their plants and also organic fertilizer and organic pesticide, especially neem pesticide, also very expensive than the chemical pesticides. So this is just a perception based on their experience. Actually, I have done one M&E monitoring and evaluation for the ADB project, worked with DOA and ADB. I think Dr. Danasai explained this project. And I have done 2-time monitoring for this project activities. And this monitoring evaluation, I have calculated very detailed with the BGS system cost and benefit and convention cropping of the same farmer. So it means a management and different system, organic or chemical reduce and organic. They use the project provided organic materials in their farm. And at that time, I found that high cost of labor, but they use more on family labor instead of higher labor. So more family labor involvement in the labor cost and more women participation as the social impact. And for the economic impact, it is increasing productivity and benefit is not much different. So I mean the farmer perception is not right. Therefore we need to do the research comparison between conventional farm and organic farm to show clearly the cost and benefit and how is the profit to be aware. So it is, I think, this such kind of research is also important. Thank you.
For my understanding, the gentleman from Vietnam question is how to monitor the residue in the organic product, right? It's in Thailand, so many certified products contain the pesticide related with the disease. How can you control their cheating as an organic product like that? Yeah, I understand your question. For PTS certification, our group, it's we didn't say third party. PTS is a second party certification. It's for MOGPA is we are control like this and then pledge. Pledge is important. I never use like this. I never use like this. We make this promise, pledge building is one thing. Another one is easily quick test of the test kit and test card. Test kit and test card is a very, we can know it's a poisonous things inside the crop. It's crush the crops and then the extract to the test card. The color is changed. There are no pesticides, it's the color not changed. It's a pesticide inside the crops, it's a brown color change. It's a test card and test kits are available and then sometimes inspection their procedure. Our association make an audit in the surprise check to our farmers and the farmers like this. So I think your question. Generate to another farm. But input also we make the standard inputs. They are already at the input. Which one is allowed or which one is not allowed already. So there are chemicals, synthetic chemicals we link in the organic.
I'm Olivan from Thailand, from Major University. You mentioned about Thailand, and then so I would like to ask to explain this case. Because of the system there, as you mentioned about the plague, this is maybe something the farmer maybe not agree to that. I would like to provide to share my experience when I work as a volunteer with the Royal Project. I work as a volunteer beside the professor in the university. I work as a volunteer with our great team, the Royal Project. How can we control this? The first of all, the plant protection section of the Royal Project should have the list of the chemical is allowed to use in the area or not. Make the list. This is the first one. And the second one is, okay, the area we planting, you know the Royal Project products available in the MK restaurant, available in Thailand. This is, and also Sizzler, and also McDonald's salad bar. This is our product on Royal Project. That is the first to control the chemicals. The hazardous chemicals not allowed to use on the highland, on the area. The second one, the area should be checked for the GPS for traceability. You can check for traceability, your legislation of the farmer. And then we have our officer, extension officer, to provide the seedling to plant in the field. And then when the vegetable, for example, ready to harvest, 1 week before harvesting, we took samples to test by the test kit. The test kit is simply to just like you mentioned for the color change, we can check rapidly for organophosphate and also carbamate residue. Every time they check the format or not, we can find. If we found that 1 week before harvesting, okay, we said to the farmer, okay, you stop, you waiting for another week. If you the first sampling, which we have the test kit check, if we not found, okay, 1 week you can harvest it. And the second time we check it again at our packing house. When we found that, okay, it's contaminated with the pesticide, we reject all of the products. We not accept to make do our packing house. So that is the system we made it. Not the second method. The third one, we took some sampling to run GCMS or HPLC. What kind of the hazardous chemical residue in our product? So that is to guarantee that the system we made for the whole system. When we found that some of the product found the contamination, we can traceability back by legislation, as I mentioned, because the area is we should make the database for the GPS, and then the farmer we have the barcode, and then traceability we have used RFID, radio frequency identification. So all of the product we check step by step. So this is to make sure that organic is organic. So this is our experience to work with the Royal Project. But you see that when we say the organic product, the price should increase, and then many businessmen try to participate. Then sometimes maybe the fake one, so we should take consideration on that case. Okay, thank you.
I would like to add some point apart from the checking, controlling this method. The other point is that about the sanction, about if the person who are in the internal control system or the members of the group, they observe that one of the members try to put or not follow the organic procedures. First of all, they will warn that person to stop. If that not, the second time is to exclude that person from the group. It means that that person cannot sell their products as organic and cannot benefit of the income from this production. Is one of the methods as well. So the question about why organic allows that you ask, I explained already in my first slide that why, but I can repeat again, is that first of all, there is an increasing also the use of the chemical in the vegetable production. And this is one factor. And the second point is that when there is this increasing of the use of chemical, there is people demand would like to have a safe product, and the price is high. That's why people try to produce organic to be able to benefit of that price. And the third one is also the policy of the government as well, to go toward the environmental preservation, food safety, so, and then promote this way of production. So that's why that there is this type of movement in Laos, India.
And thank you very much for those three interesting and valuable presentations from Myanmar and Laos. Now I would like to invite you for the coffee break. We will have around 10 minutes, 15 minutes break to continue with the agroecology and universities. Thank you very much.